gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you
Another
work
training video. Now,
treats,
if you have been paying attention to all of the different trainings that I've done, what you're going to find out is that now things are going to start tying together. I spent time teaching you guys about professionalism, presentation, how you present yourself, how people perceive you, how you carry yourself not only in appearance but verbally, how even your posture, how you stand, has a lot to do with how people perceive you. Now we're going to take it to the next step, and that is in security. You will be working with law enforcement quite a bit, LEO, law enforcement officers. So there will be times where most people don't really realize, if you think about it, police officers aren't really people on the scene. They respond to accidents. Security people are preventative, and they're generally the first people on the scene. So when you are at a work site, wherever it be, it could be a hotel, it could be, it could be a warehouse district, it could be a convenience store. You'll generally be the one who observes the most and is the first on the scene. So you'll have things that you'll have to be aware of. The one thing that maybe that you need to keep in mind is preserving life and protecting property. And those are the things that security officers generally, that's going to be your credo. That's going to be the thing that you really have to say, that's what I'm here for, is you're there to protect property and preserve life. Not many times is the life thing not going to happen very often, but preserving property, that is why people pay security officers to be on the scene. So you have to keep that in mind, and that's what you're working towards. Now, once you've been on the scene and you've seen an accident, you've seen an incident of any sort, remember the training. You're going to want to preserve the scene. You want to make sure that people aren't destroying evidence or things that will allow law enforcement to see what it is that happened, and that's by the evidence, not just verbally that you explain it to them. So if think of anything from blood or a chair. You don't want to allow anybody to be cleaning stuff up, moving things to kind of change the perception of what actually happened. You are now a member of the incident team, okay? Law enforcement gets there, and you're now the person that they're going to come to find out what happened, what went down, who did what, who started it, who instigated it. They're going to come to you. You're part of the incident team. Now, from that, we go back to what we talked about in the past, and that is your credibility is going to rely on how those police officers perceive you. And if you look like a guy that doesn't care, doesn't know, doesn't understand what's going on, they're not going to really use you. Do you want to feel that you've contributed, that you've spent God knows how much time on this job, and when something does go down, nobody even cares about what you have to say? So now this goes back to note-taking, making sure that you observed everything and documented it so that when police officers do get there, you can explain to them what happened. The next thing is you could do a great job in documenting information. You have all the times, dates, details. When they show up, if you don't look professional, then you think they're going to take a lot of value in the report that you wrote? Do you think that they're going to look at that report and say, I bet this guy really knew what went on and he was fair and reasonable, and we can really take for what he has to say as credible information. So again, we've talked in the past about going to court. We've talked in the past about just reporting to your boss or people in higher up in the corporation that you work for that want to know what happened. But this is a situation where just your professionalism and how people see you in the law enforcement side of things, how you'll fit in with that team that we were talking about, the incident team. So keep in mind, you're there, secure the scene. You always want to look professional. You always want to behave professionally, carry yourself professionally. Make sure that you took copious notes, and make sure that when things do go down, that you're prepared for it. And when that police officer or the police officers show up, that you can be part of the team that helps solve a problem and not be part of the problem. You want to be an integral part of the solution. So if you have any questions, if you enjoyed the video, contact me. Let me know what you think. I look forward to your input and your feedback. If you like the video, you can subscribe, or you can hit like. I always appreciate that. Leave comments, anything you want to do. So for Job Corps, this is Petty Officer Romero, and we'll talk to you during the next training video.
Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do. Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come